Hey Rory, or whoever else watches this video, I just thought I'd make a quick little kind of video to show you how to kind of get yourself up and running in Age of Empires at the start. So here we go. So I'll start with this little whiteboard, and I've just got some things that are very important, I find, and I think that every single one of these is very important to do, and I'm no master of this, and I always forget a lot of these as well, but if I could do every single one of these, I feel like I got a good chance of winning the game, no matter who I play in our group, or ranked or whatever. Usually if I lose, it's because I didn't do one or many of these. Okay, so the first one, TC, 0 downtime until Castle Age. And even after that, it should just always be ticking with villagers. Always be ticking. Because there's no reason why it should not be making villagers. You might think, oh, I've got to save up food to go up to the next age. You should never do that. Unless it's like a super weird strategy. 99.9% of the strategies, you should never save up for food. I know some of us do it in our group, but I'm telling you now, it's not beneficial over the length of the game. Okay, cool. I'm going to start, and I'm going to skip a lot of these. I'm going to go straight to Loom as well. I'm just going to talk about Loom. You'll notice Cassie gets Loom first thing. I know you're going to want to play Goths, Rory, and they get free Loom, but you should be able to. I'm going to talk about this in general because you should be able to play any civ that you want. So Loom, why get Loom straight up first thing when you know the enemy is not going to be in your base until minimum 8 minutes? That's for like the fastest oddie kind of rush. You can get an even quicker rush, the one he did to beat me first game in like 4.5 minutes, but like 99.9% of the games you won't have enemy in your base until around the 15-minute mark. Even like 13 to 40, 13 minutes, 13.5 minutes you've got enemy in your base, and that's if you're playing like a rush. So why get Loom until then? If you get Loom first up, that's a villager that you didn't have at the start, which is the most important time to have it. So if you think of the length of the game, that time when you click up Loom at the start, I could have had a villager working, getting food that whole time. The best time to get Loom is before you click up the age to feudal. And if you do get rushed before that, then click up Loom then, because there's no point having Loom earlier than you need to. It's just wasted resources, and it's not the resources that the tech cost, it's the resources of the villager that you don't have that could have been getting resources, if that makes. And that's why I got suitable time. So if you do find you get rushed, cancel the villager that's being built and get Loom straight away. So what? You didn't have Loom for like 15 seconds that you were getting attacked. Big whoop. Just clear your villagers out of the way. You know what I mean? Scouts do fuck all damage really, as long as you bring your villagers close to the town centre. Cool. I'm going to go back to the second one now. Find 2 boar and 6 sheep. Very important, especially the boars. Biggest thing I found was I'd only get the 1 boar, and it fucked my game. You need to get all 2 boars and 6 sheep. And I bet you, if you haven't done this before, you get the 1 boar, and then you forget to get the second boar. All of a sudden, you're still in Dark Age, you don't have enough food to go up, and you're trying to get wood to build farms, and it just slows everything down. It slows you going up in age by like 5 minutes. And then your TCs aren't building villages because they don't have enough food for it. And you know what I mean? So it stuffs everything. A boar has like 300 or 400 food in it, so or it might not be that much. Don't quote me. But yeah, 2 boars and 6 sheep if you can help it. And make sure you get the sheep to the town centre. If you're good, you can kind of, on the way to the town centre, they get the black line of sight, so you can scout with them a little bit, but no stress. Alright, next one, never be housed. Goes without saying, don't get housed. So you built 2 houses straight up always, and then these are the magic numbers, 12, 17, and 22 maybe, if you're doing a different strat. But normally 12 is a house and 17 is a house. If you build one on 13 or 18, that's fine. The house should be done before you get housed. So try to never get housed. Click up to feudal by 18. This is the absolute minimum, 18. Like, don't even do 18, but this is like a full scout rush. And 27 is like the latest. That's a castle. That's like a fast castle. You'll see Cassie do them a lot. And then 22 is about the standard. So 21, 22, 23 vills. And the reason we use villages to kind of, as a counter, like a ticker, to see where you're at, is because the TC has 0 downtime. Well, it should. So you kind of use vills as a gauge of when you should go up. And you're kind of gauging it to when your food is at 500 without 0 downtime. Because you got to think, you're always ticking villages, that food just keeps creeping up because you're getting more food than you're spending on villages. Okay, cool. By the way, while I'm here, the reason why you go fast castle, you get more villages, is because that huge amount of time it takes to go up in age, it's so much more beneficial to have more villages early on because they're getting resources that whole time whilst you're ticking up the age. But the only thing is, what's the downside? You're so exposed to rushes. I mean, all you can build is militia, and they're so weak. They're only just a little bit stronger than a villager with loom. So, but in the long run, that is a really good strat if you can hold off any attacks with. But you can't even make towers until feudal, I don't think. So, I mean, 22 is like a pretty standard safe bet. You can, kind of rush at that point, or you can defend against rushes pretty good at 21, 22. Cool. Loom, I've already talked about. Palisade Walls pretty early on. A good time to do Palisades is just as you go up to feudal, or in that downtime between dark and feudal. And also in that downtime, I should have wrote this down, you also want to build a barracks and a house. And that's what that 22 mark is too. You generally want to make sure you got some space to build more villages as soon as you go up the age. So, oh fuck, I don't have this pad connected. So, yeah, so Palisade Walls, just get a villager, slowly palisade around. You don't have to do multiple villages because then that's unless you're super paranoid of an attack, then do multiple villages around to do it faster. But you should be right just to go get one of your wood villages to go around. Upgrades, you always want to get a blacksmith for upgrades. There's no point sending in an army that haven't got upgrades, they just get melted. And always just spend the upgrades on your army build up, make up, you know what I mean? So if you go in militia, men at arms or whatever, you want those upgrades instead of, fletching and that. Generally, you don't want to get upgrades first because there's no point having the upgrades if you don't have the army. So there's like a sweet spot where you have 8 or 10 army and then get the upgrades because, that's just more beneficial. Counter the units you are seeing within reason. You got your scout. This is what you do with your scout. You go find your boars, you go find your sheep. As soon as you found all them, piss it off to find the enemy. And as soon as you found the enemy, look at what you can see. Can you see a barracks? Probably, but if you see barracks really early on, you might think rush. If you see an archery range, start preparing for that already. Start building the counter to archers. And if you see a stable, start building maybe build 2 barracks to counter with spearmen. Well, you know what I mean? So that is what I mean by that. And within reason, you'll see some of us we'll see a scout rush, say Oddie's doing a scout rush, and then the enemy player will just build bulk spearmen and nothing else. Dude, you only need 1 spearman for every 3 or 4 scout, because it's just they just 2 or 3 shot them. There's no point overbuilding them because they're weak to every single other unit in the game. So why overcompensate with so many of them? So they're so expensive for what they are. A counter unit, the trash unit, I know they're cheap because they don't cost gold, but they're very expensive for what they are when they're only good against one particular unit. So that's why the archers, men at arms, and the what do you call them? Knights. Those lines, they're the general ones that you want to go, and you only use the counter units if you think you are countering. So usually you have one of those units, those main 3, and then 1 counter unit. So you got 1, and a siege. You know what I mean? So 1 good unit, 1 trash unit, and 1 siege unit. That's your good army composition. All right, enough talk. Let's get in the game. I'm going to do a practice. I'm going to do one of these now. So I've gone Goths, just like you like. Now you see, I like to zoom out a bit too. I'm going to talk my way through a start here. Alright, I'm going to start this game. I'm going to talk my way through it. First thing you do is queue villages, and then build 2 houses. QQ will queue the villages, and QQ will make houses. Get the scout, make sure you get those cows in range, because sometimes they're not in range at the start of the game, which is really annoying. Do a few laps. I like to zoom myself out as well. Now these villages, once the village is done, straight onto a cow. Boom, like that. Okay. If you have time, you just get another cow, do a lap or something. But you need to make sure your cows are ready to go. Last thing you want is villages with no cows to feed from. Okay, we need 6 on food every time. So 6 on food and then 3 on wood. Okay, that's without exception. Sometimes you get 4 on wood if you want archers or something like that. But I find 3 on wood is fine. Okay, always have villagers queued up, no matter what. Okay. This cow's going to go in here. I'm going to get these 6 villagers, and I'm going to shift click on that cow. They know now to go straight to that cow. They don't have to like go back to this one and kind of, you know, say, where's my cow? Oh, there's one there. I'll go hunt it. They go straight to the next cow. Okay, so lumber mill. Okay, so there's no cow here waiting. I need to get this cow ASAP. Rocky there. Remember I said 3 on wood? If you're smart enough, you can split your villages. You don't want them on the same tree if you can help it. Don't waste too much time on it. But the reason being, there's less moving time with the villagers, and when they're moving, they're not getting more wood. Okay. Okay, so there you go. There's our 3 on wood. I don't have to worry about it. I'm hearing sheep. Perfect. Get these sheep down. I've got 2 boars here too, which is really handy. All right, so the 10th will go to a boar every time. Now. Did you see that? I had to actually force drop. I had to grab my villagers, drop the resources back to the cow because I didn't have enough to queue the villager. That would have meant downtime. Hey, get this boar. Oh, there's 2 boars. That's awesome. Don't let this guy die. Come back. You're going to berries. So after the boar, we want 4 on berries. I might get this sheep ready to go too. These guys are going to help me kill the boar. Now, Goths get extra against the boar. That's fine. There's a few meat here, but no stress. Really, ooh, look at this. I had to force drop again. See that? Because I didn't have enough to get the villager. Now, I didn't have enough wood to build the mill, so I'm going to build one now. Because these guys have been working away. Now, look at that, 13. 13 is the magic number. Build a house. This is why I can't talk at the start of the game. I have to force drop again to build another villager or 2, because they've got the food in their hands, but because I think Goths carry more as well, I had to force drop just because I need this TC to keep ticking over. See how he went straight to the wood as well? I shift click. I went build a house, then go back to wood. Okay, so that's 4 villages there. See where it says 4? That's 4 on berries. Perfect. After that, I'm going to go back to the boar. Oh, have a look at that. That boar's half done. I'm going to go get this other boar now, which is awesome. Basically, 3 on wood, 4 on berries, the rest hunting. Just get them on hunt now. Hunting's the quickest way to get food. You don't get them all at the start on hunt because you can't go too quick. You'll run out of the hunt. You need to set yourself up with the mill. Oh, there was a bit of downtime, but it wasn't too bad. Always keep queuing. Oh, 17. Look at that. 17 is a magic number. Another house. Now look at this. As the boar's finishing, that's perfect. I'm going to kill this one. Don't get killed. There we go. Well, there's some food there, but it's not much. They're going into there. You fit more villagers on a boar than you can a sheep, by the way. See how they're all gathering around it? You can't get that many on a sheep. Sometimes you might have to get 2 sheep there and there. Alright. You're still going. I'm on 18. Remember the vill count? I said 22. 21, 22 is a pretty standard one. What I'm going to do, 1 more on food. The last 2 goes to wood. I'm aiming for 5 down here. The last 5, okay? The last 2 villages on wood, then I go up. I've already got loom because I'm goth. Alright, there's 19 villages. I'm going to go up on 21. These last 2 will go to wood. The same wood camp. I'm going to get half of these boars to go to this one, this sheep. Half of these vills, sorry, to go to this one. And they're going to go now. See how I keep... and by the way, control groups. Okay, I'm going to quick pause. I should have done this at the start. Control group. Because I'm zoomed out so much, I don't have to like move around and whatnot. And what have I fucked up too? I forgot to get this sheep and bring him here. And also my scout's been standing there so long. It's because I've been talking at the same time. But at the start of a game, there's no time to talk. You got to like do all this shit. Next thing you want to do, control group. So I've control 5 has made my town center to 5. So every time I hit 5, look at that. See, look, I hit 5. So every time when I'm attacking over here, say look on the map, I hit 5. And I hit Q. 5Q. 5Q. It just keeps building villages every time. No TC downtime. Next thing you need to do. I like to, control group your army as well. So my scouts on 1. If I have more army, I'll put him into a scout group 1. Barracks usually 4, stable and archery range is 6 and 7. So, and you know, the castle 8. I usually put my marker on 0 if I remember. But look, control group's not a huge deal unless you want 5 as a TC and 1 as your army. Okay, every time, and usually your barracks and that as well on 4 and 6 and 7. Cool. Next thing we're doing, and I'll just talk your way through it now. Gonna get these sheep over here, because once you're finished with the hunt, we have enough to go up in age. Have a look at that. Look, we're almost on 500 already, which is good, because we are about to go up in age. But when the hunt's done, we don't need all these villagers on food. We need wood to be able to smash out a blacksmith and a army of our choice. A barracks first. A barracks. Now, I usually like to get the barracks just as I click up. But if you're rushing, you want a barracks before you're clicking up. I'd probably start building barracks now. But then as soon as you go up, you want a blacksmith and you want an archery range or a stable or a market if you decide to boom. Okay. So keep that in mind as well. That's why we need more wood at that point. We need shitloads of wood. I tend to steer clear of gold until I've got like 28, 29, 30 villagers. Because food and wood is the most important at the start. Sure, the gold will help you get those really strong units, but I tell you what, you need to make sure those villagers are ticking over. And you can fight your way off scout rushes with trash units, the spearmen. And unless you're rushing and you need some gold, I'm pretty sure you have enough as Goths to build at least 3 or 4 men-at-arms or militia at the start anyway, so that's pretty cool. Alright, enough talking. One more vill, and I'm going to go up. See how I can't go up? I'm going to force drop, and now I've got enough to go up. Look at that. There's no DC downtime. Alright, this guy's... He's found all our sheep now. We're going to go inspect the enemy, see what they're doing. All I'm doing is shift-clicking on the map. He knows to run around a bit now. I tend not to use auto-scout. Auto-scout's not the greatest, because you can't tell him... He'll just look around where it's not important. Hey! See how you stole my sheep? The prick. I'll make sure I get them. Alright. Oh, I need those sheep now too, you fucker. See, that's annoying. Bit of downtime here, it's not good. Alright, I'm going to grab... See this villager with not much health because of the boar? He's a good one to build a farm with. You want those ones to build a farm, yeah? Alright. There should be another one. No, there's not. Okay, I need to build a barracks at this point because I'm going up in age. And I need to build a house. So there you go. There's a house and a barracks coming up. That's what you need to do. Because I'm on 22 pop, you want to make sure you've got enough space to build more vills. And army too. So now as soon as these guys are up, they're going to wood. So I'll make a new wood line with them. Because then you can you've got 2 spots in case you get rushed. Look at that. They go straight to wood. How good's that? I didn't have to tell them at all because I shift click. These guys here with and I've got some more vills coming. As soon as I go up in age 2, I'm probably going to get one of these ones to build a blacksmith, and 1 or 2 of them to build a... Oh, didn't have enough. See, I need to wait a bit, which sucks, but that's just what you got to do. These guys are going to also go to wood. And you might think, fuck, you're not getting any food from anywhere. Yeah, I've got 1 farmer, but I've got 4 on berries still ticking over. That's enough to keep my villagers going. And look at that. Usually you get 1 villager to just constantly build now at this point. Everyone else is just doing other shit. Don't queue up too much because it takes up vital resources. You probably want to start making 2 or 3 militia and a spearman. 1 or 2 spearmen should fend off a scout rush. Now, you've already had a scout rush. They'd probably be in your base by now. So you probably, boom, 1 or 2 spearmen right now, popping them out. 1 at each wood line, you're pretty safe. Don't ring the town bell if you can help it. Alright. I'm going to build another house now because you can see 26 out of 30. Cool, there's my militia, shift 1, so there's my control group 1, and look at that, I can go see my enemy, what he's doing. I'm looking for barracks, stable, or archery range. Okay, now, at this point, you want to build farms. You want to build farms with, because you've got so much wood coming in, every villager that comes in will build a farm. Let's build a, I don't know what you want to build, a stable, there you go. Now, I send them to straggler trees so they've got something to do when they pop out if you don't happen to have enough wood at that time, if that makes sense. Now, Goths, I'm not sure what they do at this point, any specialities or whatever. Some people, if you're running out of food, see these deer, they'll build a mill over here for the deer, but can you see how I didn't actually really need to do it? I don't find the deer is that important. It is if you want to like get even quicker again, but I tell you what, I feel like I'm pretty quick now. Alright, what did I see? Can't see anything yet. I think because I'm beating the computer a fair bit. They've definitely got a barracks because they're in the feudal. Okay, I'll build another house. Just keep this guy busy. There's my spearman for that scout that's popping around. So you got these guys getting the straggler trees, but get them on the farms every time they pop out now. I've probably got too many on wood, to be honest. So I might pop them over. I think I've... what are you doing? Okay, at this point, probably get some gold now. Yeah, I got 30 villas. I'm probably going to get some gold. But the whole point of this is you want to get a castle quick. So maybe like 3 on gold or 4. Like, you don't need huge amounts. I might build another farm here. You grab the villas that are just finishing up, so they've got full wood. They hand it in. Build some farms. Boom, boom. Oh. Okay. Straggler, I'll get you on a farm. Whoop, took out a tree. See, look, have I got any TC downtime? Nah. Constantly building villages. This is so important. 37, that's a pretty scary number. I should have got a woodville, but I didn't want to be housed, so I just panicked and grabbed the villager. You might have seen me do that in tourney games, build houses in weird spots, but the worst thing that slows you down is getting housed. I might even build a second one. There. Now I should wall up at this point. So this guy, after he builds a house, he's going to wall up. So I'll just go there, fuck it. Still building. Now at this point, 34 villages, that's a pretty good time to get wheelbarrow as well. There's no point getting wheelbarrow before you got too many villages, because it doesn't pay off. You don't get the full payoff. Now look at these guys. They're almost finished. I might get them to go to gold after the berries are finished. Make sure you're always killing vills. Now, oh, look at this. Now remember, I'm an econ kind of guy, but technically, look, I should have built scouts or like militia or whatever, and I'll control group 6 to the stable, 4 to the barracks every time. Okay, look at this. I've got an army. I could have been attacking, but I haven't been. It's just, you know, too much going on. But you can if you're quick enough. So there's 4. So every time I hit, look, 4 barracks, 6 stable, TC 5, 1 is my army. And look, I'll go attack at this point. I'll send them into the wood line. Forget about them. Oh, look at that. I've even got more. Every time I get more army, I shift 1 to add them to the control group. Alright, they're attacking. Boom. Keep building those vills. Don't stop. Now, if you see any... who did they pick? Fuck. They're on a straggler trees. Get them on farms. ASAP, Rocky. Pretty on gold. I don't know why they're going around there. That's not good. You don't want villagers around the side there. You want them on this side. So... Oh, by the way, too, upgrades on the lumber camp and on the mill, very important too. A lot of people... Oh, house. Fuck, got this far without getting a house. I think that's a pretty good effort. And these straggler tree guys, get them on. Okay, pretty much, I'll tell you what, as soon as you go up, if you can afford it, those upgrades on the lumber and the mill are very important. Look at that. I forgot about these guys. But basically, and if you double tap on the control group, it will send you up to the army. Let's get these guys. So if I double tap 5, it sends me back to the town, which is really handy. Always building vills. I might keep building you, and you need to actually build a wall as well. I'm hearing the siren go off. And now at least I've got a funnel, so at least I know where they're coming, and they have to come through the town centre if they kind of come in. My towns are not pretty, ever. Whoop. And that's okay, because I don't care. I'd rather win if I can help it. Alright, I'm happy with that. So, we've got a straggler Ville. I'll get him on probably gold. I'm not touching stone until about castle age, or until I start going up to castle. Speaking of that, I've got 21 on food, 13 wood, 5 gold. That's pretty good. I don't think I need to build any more villas. I'll let these few tick over. Keep them on farms. See these straggler trees here? 1, 2, 3. So as they come, they're on stragglers, but at least because they're doing something, you know, getting some wood or whatever. And as you can afford it, you go up. Look at how much wood I got too. So I probably want to build a market at this point. I'll go with that, and then he goes back to the walls. Okay, look at that. Got enough to go up to castle. I'll cancel the ville. Going up to castle, and what is my minute mark? 20 minutes. So look, not the fastest castle, but definitely not the slowest. You'll see Cassie going up 17, 18 minutes, but if she's doing that, she's basically not building any army. You watch replays, she's got 0 military. Look at my military. I've got a pretty strong army here. I can harass, and I'm going up to castle in 18 minutes. And you can slow down, kill their villagers, whatever. So there you go. As soon as you go to castle, I'm usually, I've got probably, like, I don't need to touch food now. I've got 23 on food. Sometimes I might even get some of these vills to go to stone, or I just go purely to stone. Sometimes I've got too much wood. Just look at your resources. I've got 700 wood. Too much. I'm going to go chuck it on stone now. Try not to use the market if you can help it, yeah? Thing is, too, see how that's lined up in a line? Perfect. You don't build your mining camp directly next to the stone. You want the villages between here. Keeps the downtime to a minimum. Perfect. Now, he's not scouted all the way. There might be a hole here. That's fine. The reason I build the market is because, well, it's just handy to have if you need stone for castle, whatever. Okay, next thing I'm going to do, because I'm not going to go all night. What am I saying? 2 TCs. I'm decided I want to boom here. So what I'm going to do, and you'll see Cass do this every time, Cass and Oddie. You need to have 200 stone, and you're not allowed to even spend any of it until castle. Unless you're getting rushed and you need to build a tower. Okay? I might even wall that. Bloodlines is very important if you go on scouts. Okay, so as soon as I get castle, look at that. I'm going to get these vills here. 4 is a good amount. Second TC, boom. Another 4. I don't care about wood right now. Right now, another TC. And look at that, I can afford it because I haven't stopped building vills. Probably not the smartest place to build a second TC. You probably want it right there, to be honest. But fuck it, right now, just for show. A wood line minimum. If you're not on a wood line, you got to be between some stone and gold. Okay. Boom. There's your 2 TCs. And guess what they're going to do? They're not going to stop ticking vills as well. So, and look at these. I should be harassing here, but I'm not. I'll send them in. I'll go long swordsman because they're very strong, especially as goth. Oh, and what haven't I done? Upgrades. What did I say at the start? Very important. Upgrades. They're so cheap, those first lot. You're stupid not to get up those first few upgrades. These 2, that one and that one. For militia anyway. Okay, these TCs are up. I'm going to shift click 5. So now when I hit 5, I highlight 2 TCs. Q, 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 Q. Always will then keep building villages. Have a look up here. 5 and 4. They're queued villages. I have not let them ease up. I'm going to go in there, let them be. Another TC's finished. Queue villages. Get them on wood or something. Shift 5. Look at that. When I hit 5, I've got 3 town centres and they're all building villages. They will not stop. This is how you win the villager count. I'm going to build another lumber camp here because that's inefficient how far they have to walk. Pretty much if you can build another lumber camp, you're more efficient to do so. If you got time. If you're getting attacked, it's no worries. Don't worry about it. Now, here, what do I need? See, I really should have built one of those town centres on the gold or wood. Don't get housed, so boom, boom, boom. Don't care too much about what your city looks like. If you are thinking you're going to get rushed and shit. I'm getting attacked here, I've left them. Get them out of the way. Not stressed about this at all because I'm in Castle Age and he ain't. Oh, yes he is. Fuck. Whatever. So he's building... Okay, so he's got longbowmen. Guess what I'm going to start building? Unlucky I've got a stable. Knights. Fucking oath I will. So, what I'm going to do... I probably just need 2 of them. I'm actually going to build 2 more. So 3's a good amount for now. No point going too much into it. I am going to also... I'll just build a trash unit because I can. There's no point building scouts as well as knights because, well, it's taking up space in the lineup. Get that wood upgrade, it's handy to have. I'm just clicking around to see what I can afford. Oh, horse collar, I needed that. I don't know why I didn't have that by then. Once you've got this many villagers, 64, fuck, you need to have handcart. I should have had that. You know, you don't want to get it too early, but 50, 60 villagers, yeah, get it. Build a few more farms around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I know to build 5 because I have 5 villages highlighted. What's going on here? That's no worries. I'm not scared of this shit, especially because I've got knights now. Once they're built, I'm going to highlight that and go Control 6 because you need to know... Oh, and look at that. I'm actually getting pretty short of gold. What did I do? I think I got many of those vills that build the town centre. I should have gone back in gold. That's alright. No biggie. For now, I'll just build scouts. Scouts are still good against archers. Remember, they just need food. So double click on them, highlights them all, and then Control 6, Shift 6. Shift adds things to a control group. Control creates a new control group. So if you hit, let's say I want to make a new control group just with this knight, I hit Control 1, look at that, 1, I get 1 knight. Let's say I want to add the rest of the army to it, you just highlight it, Shift 1, adds to it. Now it's all of them. I hope I'm helping here. Cool. At this point, look at my wooden food. Definitely can, if I don't have enough stone at this point. And look at that, I forgot to queue Veals, so that's a bit bad on my behalf. Get some on stone so I can do a castles drop on their face. Look at that, that's a counter, so I better not go near that. But I can use the market. Look at this. Sell some wood. Boom, 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 boom. Buy. You need about 600-700 stone. Let's go and do a castle drop on their face. Grab them. Usually when you grab your villagers, you drop off their gear, shift click then, so they all come once they've dropped their important resources off. I might get that. No biggie. I'm just hitting 5 QQQ. 5 QQQ. They're drawing something here, but no biggie. I think food and wood is one of the most important. Yeah, gold's important to win fights and whatnot. I built too many then, didn't I? Yeah, food, and if you can't remember, I can't remember how many farms I built. I just get them, highlight them. They'll go idle if I've got too many. Keep building houses. Don't get house. Sometimes I didn't even have to look then because I just know I'm gonna have to build houses. Cool. Oh, and your goths. So guess what? You're gonna need to build bulk barracks too. How many? 1, 2, 3. If you can afford it. All right. Here's my Veals. We're going. This is a moderate computer. I don't know if you can beat moderate. I find moderate's pretty, decent, especially when it gets when they get into Imperial and that. You can see I'm just winning on score. Here we go. Okay, so there's spearmen. We're gonna try not to get our horses. You can see they've saw my knights and they've built spearmen, but that's okay. What I can do here, I probably can castle drop right on this hill. I'll pray to help out. Those longbowmen are actually gonna fucking tear me to shreds here. I want to go near the town centre though. Oh, and by this time, see, boom, 4. See how I'm building knights and houses? See, here's my queue. As I am, yes, fucking fuck them up. Look at that. Whoop, I'm gonna pull back a bit. That's okay. I get them here. This castle will get up. No worries. Watch me own these archers. Whoop. Past that spearman. And look at there's my backup that I ordered that backup, but and look at the fucking knights smash the archers, but then the spearmen smash me. That's okay. Still want a fucking castle drop. Once this castle's up, I win the game. Boom, put them in. Start smashing. You now have a stronghold on the enemy. Keep building scouts, knights, boom, boom, boom. You can see how I got over 1,000 of this. That's shit house. I should never do that. So basically you want to make sure you keep building infantry. You can see I need gold. I'm probably going to trade for it here in this point, but knowing that, I need to go get some more gold. Fuck, my base sucks for the gold anyway. That's a really shitty map. Got too much wood. I'm going to get wood people, put them on gold. Keep building houses. Boom, boom, boom. Keep queuing Veals. Just keep queuing views. Yes, I know I have idols, but so what? At this point, every now and then, if you remember, go find them. Oh, they're all in this castle anyway. Most of them. Look at that. I've won this game, so. At this point, I might get a siege workshop on their face. Not all of them. I'll keep some of them in the castle, do extra damage. But yeah, cool. That's how to play Age of Empires. That'll get you a base start. It's not important at this point, I don't think. It's that first. So we're at 36 minutes game time. It's the most important point is the first 15, 20 minutes, getting into feudal, and then what do you do in those first few minutes of feudal? Cool. I'm gonna go win this game. I'll see you later.